I had always wanted to be a pilot. It's sort of my childhood dream. I was the one that was running to the windows when I heard an aircraft engine go by. So that's always something I wanted to do, and I follow that dream, and now I'm here.
It was just something I always wanted to do ever since I was a little boy. If there's one defining moment I could potentially track it down to, it would be when I was 11 years old. I was given a shot of Microsoft Flight Simulator 1995, and that was really my first introduction to aviation in general. I just really enjoyed playing that game. That sparked my interest. I then developed it from there and just done as much research as I could, and realised shortly thereafter that I actually wanted to become a professional pilot.
Well, the first pilot steps I took actually with a PPL license, which I did after my school and before my studies, because I think it was 2007 when I started with aeronautical engineering at the university, and I said if I want to build aircraft, that's what I wanted to do at that point. I have to know how they fly. Like when you want to build a car, you have to know how it drives. So that was the first step where I actually did my PPL privately. And yes, later on I started with the studies, but my interest for aviation was big all the time. So I had in mind after the studies I perhaps will apply for an airline and see how it goes with a pilot career.
Yeah. When I was about 18 years old, I decided to give it a try. My dad used to be an airline pilot as well, and I took a few trips with him, and I discovered that lifestyle was something I would like to have too. At the time I wasn't too keen on going to school, however due to those trips that changed, and then I decided to try to get into flight school, and it worked.
Well, I decided to become a pilot a long time ago when I was about 9 years old. I was born in Venezuela, and I was used to flying since a very young age. So I started looking at airplanes differently, like a place to work on, like more or less at that age. However, at first I thought that I was going to be a flight attendant because, you know, the classical stereotype of male pilot, female stewardess. Then I looked it up and I found out I could become a pilot, and I did. So since a very young age, I wanted to become a pilot.
I knew that I wanted to be a pilot since I was a child, long time ago. I really wanted to be a pilot since I was young, and because my father he's a pilot too, and I have seen it in my house, and it was something normal for me to see my father wearing his uniform and going out to work. So I really saw it as a natural thing, and I thought that flying was a normal thing, you know. So I really wanted to be a pilot when I was very young.